Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about the salt-inducing, rage-quitting fiend, Nezuko Kamado. Just watch her, look at her, look, disconnect. Alright, so that was a bit of my Nezuko gameplay, and as you can tell, she has a lot of moves that deal massive damage and overall make her a very difficult person to really just interrupt. So honestly, I feel like she's just the ultimate offensive beast. She's one of those characters where you can just go unga bunga and usually you'll win, but I'm not here to teach you how to unga bunga. I'm teaching you how to become unga bunga god. So without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, diving right in, we got our first skill, Crazy Scratching. So this move is hard to interrupt and can deal massive damage to the right opponent. Usually characters like Shinobu or Makamo that have low HP, they really just get toe up with that move. So this move also allows you to chain in any of her other moves. Also, it is really useful to create a good block pressure. This move is useful for keeping the opponent blocked and in a panic to get you off of them. And then when the time is right, you gotta use that panic to execute a mix-up or grab to execute another swift and damaging combo. A tip I feel like you could use is if you have the meter and someone attempts to use their ultimate art to punish you, you can use that time to cancel the move or dash in for a devastating combo or ultimate art. This can be useful not only as a reversal, but keeps you from taking maybe fatal damage. Though this move is not perfect, it leaves you wide open for certain attacks, especially if you don't have meter and you've used it haphazardly. It has a sort of like medium startup. It isn't fast, but it isn't slow, so it's not so great to use at close proximity at all. It can be dodged and punished horrifically if the opponent knows your plan. This move has downsides that can be devastating if the opponent understands who they are up against. So be sure not to overuse this move and mix it up. Remember, you can only pressure if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with it. So make sure you mix it up and think ahead. Alright, moving on to one of my favorites, Heel Bash. This move is useful for putting on the pressure, especially when followed up before or after Crazy Scratching. Because of its speed, it can be used to counter opponents when they dash in. Also, it's a bit difficult to dodge, making it easier to hit and force the opponent to block. It's an extender, so it allows you to combo more after and really just use all of her other skills afterwards. This move overall is good, especially when paired with Crazy Scratching, so if you use this move or land it, I think using one or the other after will really be your friend here. But remember though, don't forget to stay unpredictable. That's the whole gist of all of it. If this move does miss though, or if it isn't blocked, it has a longer recovery, so be careful. It's not at all good for use up close, like at all. So don't do it. It has a long startup. Overall, this move is strong and does decent damage, but can really leave you open if it's dodged and or blocked. And if you have no meter, you're gonna basically get devastated. Be aggressive, but also be keen to the amount of meter you have. Another tip though is it's also amazing for pushing opponents that are trying to dash in after an escape, allowing you to deal an entire combo if it's successful. It's high risk, but use your best judgment. final skill that we'll be talking about in this video is Flying Kick. Not much to say about this move, but that it's a combo ender. That's pretty much all of it. That means that it can only be used to end a combo. The move actually does really decent damage on hit. It's not a move that you really want to use like as a combo starter because it can't do that. The move is better to only finish a combo you have done due to the fact that it can be chained into any other move. A tip is you should remember to never let your opponent leave a combo without this move hitting them. It does wonder to finish your combos with a bang, and its damage, I'm not sure, gets capped. This move, when blocked, leaves you wide open for a significant amount of time and can be dodged really easily, so don't just throw it out there. Do not do that. It's not something you really want to just go at your opponent with because it's not going to work. They're going to see it coming. It's really slow. But it's still a really good move and something to end your combo with. The last thing I want to talk about before ending this video is Nezuko's grab and awakening. People don't be talking about this and like just be sleeping on it. Like Nezuko's grab is like so different from like anyone's in this game, and I would think to call it broken. Like it travels like so far, way farther than the typical grab, and is faster. So you got that reach and the speed, and like with that like put together, you don't expect her to come halfway across the field to grab you, so that makes it even harder to react to. Like if you're ever sitting at like that little block standoff where you're both just sitting there blocking, like don't be afraid to just launch it just cause. Like it's really good, and you can even do it like mid dash while you're dashing in towards your opponent to catch your opponent off guard. And especially they're probably gonna think you're gonna do something, so they're probably gonna guard. Also, her awakening. Nezuko is like crazy when it's like comes to her like normal pressure, but with her awakening and her increased damage, she's gonna break their guard in like a couple like attacks and moves, and she can do them as many times as she wants because you don't spend any meter when you're in your surge. So that's even more crazy. So if you're going to like be a Nezuko main, don't sleep on her awakening. Do not do that. It's actually hot fire. Alright, I'm done with that rant right there. That's all for this video. I hope this helps all my Nezuko players out there be more OP than they already are. Don't forget to splash that like button and subscribe for more content and updates on all things gaming. Comment down below if you would like to see another breakdown, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.